Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. Today I have 3 projects. 2 are orders that came in. 1 was your guys' great idea. So this is an order and this needs to be done just like I did it last time, but since I haven't done this one in quite a while, I figured I would do it with you guys today. This is the pencil holder. This holds all your tools or brushes or whatever, so she wants 4 of them for gifts, so I'm only going to do 1 on camera because she wants all 4 exactly the same. Done the same color that I did before in midnight blue. Then I need to do 2 butterflies. I'll do 1 today. She wants 1 tropical oasis. I will do first because I have not put a glitter in here, I don't think. So I want to see what that looks like, and the other will be yellow probably another day. And then you guys had the best idea for my little hen to fill her with eggs. I found these eggs at Michael's the other day. And I got 2 packages. I didn't know how many I would need. So I have a whole package left over because 1 package fit in her. So that's gonna be super cute. So I have to mix my resin separately because I don't want to rush. And now I gotta clean her back out. So I'm just gonna start with this first. This held 16 ounces in my last video. This holds like a ½ ounce. So we'll do those 2 together and get them curing. And then we'll concentrate on the hen filled with Easter eggs. And now that I have all that stuff from the eggs in here, I'm gonna clean out the mold, grab some resin, and let's get started. Excuse the noise in the background. It's the air purifier that just kicked on because it senses the VOCs in my room now. If you guys do not have one, you really need to think about getting one. It is so sensitive, and I did not realize just how much VOCs were in my room before I had that. So use that link in my description box if you're going to be getting one so you can save yourself some money. They're not cheap, but overall it is the best decision for your health in my personal opinion. But yeah, I should have done it a long time ago. All right, here's 16 ounces. If you're using the large mixer, remember, press that button a minimum of 6 times, not just once for a 40-second stir, at least 6 times if not longer, and then scrape your sides and your bottom. So I'm going to just set that aside for the butterfly. This is Midnight Blue, is what I used in the last one. And it came out really pretty and transparent. I don't know how many drops I used, but we're just gonna go with it. Since they're going to 4 different people, if they're all 4 different, it'll be okay. And then we're gonna transfer it to the vacuum chamber and get all the bubbles out. And it's going to be poured kind of deep, so basically looking into the cup the way it is pretty much the color we're going to have. Maybe I'll do a drip or 2 more. We'll say 2. Get that stirred in really well. This is the epoxy resin. I'm pretty sure, I didn't even check. I'm pretty sure that's what I used. That's really deep, but I have pushed Let's Resin's epoxy pretty far, and so far I've been pretty lucky. All right, this one I'm just gonna dump in a little bit, and I don't know that this needs to be vacuum chambered, but I'm thinking it's gonna need a little bit of Elmer's glue to keep that suspended, so I don't think I'll vacuum chamber it. But oops, oh goodness, that's a lot. Okay, good, thank God that's not too thick of a mixture. Okay, I'm going to put a drop of Elmer's glue in here just to thicken this up because I don't want, maybe I'll do 2 just to make sure. Sometimes 1 isn't enough. This is less than an ounce, so it's gonna get really thick. I might as well just pour that right now and get it over with. And then we'll put that in the vacuum chamber, even though I don't really like that sitting there that deep. But let's push it twice and see how far we can get with epoxy. This one got pretty tall wings, so make sure you get them in those wings down there. And if it doesn't work out with the glitter, I will know for next time. And there is a backup plan if the glitter doesn't work. And it didn't use a whole lot. It used like 1/4 ounce. So we'll make a little bit of leftovers. Let me put this in the vacuum chamber before it's too long. And then we'll get to pouring the other one. It's beautiful and clear, although with this mold, you probably wouldn't see bubbles behind all the texture on the outside of this one. So, we'll see. Oh my gosh, did I make up too much? Why did I say 16 in my other video? I must have poured something else and I didn't watch. Oh my gosh, I have so much. What? It took 12, not 16. So, yeah, this just turned into a very long video. Oh my gosh. I swear I heard myself say 16. All right, well, let me find, I can't use that for the, just pulling up a bubble there. Can't use that for the hen because it's blue. So let me find a mold and gather my thoughts. I think I'm gonna pour this crystal mold with the blue and then pour in, well, mix in some, I want it a little darker than that though. I'm gonna mix in some mica powder. I thought this held, oh, this might only hold 2. Let me mix in a little bit more of the ink. I have 2 of these molds if I need to use them both. I just don't want to mix bubbles in here. So I think I'm just going to leave it streaky. That might actually look pretty cool. And what do I do? I don't like being under pressure. You know what? I'm just gonna fill this with the blue because I don't know how much it takes. It doesn't take a whole lot. I'm gonna go grab some interference blue. 1 second, let me find it. That's green. And I just want to cover the back of that, which means the rest of this is getting it too. So it is what it is, because I don't know what I was listening to, but clearly I wasn't listening correctly. And this is going to probably look like an iceberg, which was really cool on the last one I did. So I'm just going to pour some interference on the back of this and fill it up and see what happens. I knew this was going to happen. I knew one project was going to turn into 5. I got this cool little lighter thing at Walmart. So it's not like a torch. It's like a little lighter, and it's not as powerful as my torch, so I'm going to try and use it. Well, this is pretty deep, so I don't think I'm going to ruin that. Let me move this out of the way and find something. How much do I have left? 2 ounces. What is 2 ounces? Let's do, I don't know. Oh, let's do the conch tray. I love doing this conch tray in different colors. That's like 1.5 ounces. So we'll do this one again. And this one doesn't need any dolling up at the end, so I'm gonna save myself a little bit of work and not pour a character today. So I already have the hen to finish. Look at that, perfect. Oh, I wish I didn't mix up that much extra. Well, I guess I had less than 2 ounces, so. Okay, let's just put that in there. I don't know what that's gonna do, but we'll find out when we unmold it. Okay, I'm gonna clean out my cup and mix up about 10 ounces, even though the Hen says a lot more than that, but because it says 17.3 ounces, I'm not gonna make that much because we have all those eggs to fill her. So I'll do like 10, and if I need more, I need more. If I don't, then we're making more extras today. So let me get this cleaned up and BRB. I'm ready. So what I did, I mixed up 10 more ounces. Who knows how much I need. I put 1 of these spoonfuls of my rainbow shimmer in because it's got all the different colors of the rainbow in there, just like Easter does. So I think I'm gonna spray a little bit of alcohol in there, down in the tail, and pour a little bit in her. Make sure it gets in her comb and her beak, their tail. Then I'll start stacking some eggs. Just want to make sure it's in there. And I hope I don't have too much extra. So these are styrofoam, they're going to float, which could be an issue, but I pulled out a piece of silicone mat that I had cut up from prior something else. So I'm just gonna shove them in, hold them down, and I'll probably put something, let's not put that one in there, something a little heavier on top to hold this silicone piece, to hold them in. I don't know, that's what I'm thinking. I've done it before and it worked, but I know that these are not gonna stay put without any help. They are so light, and I know that all of them fit in because I did dry fit it, as you saw in the beginning. And they're losing all their sparkle from whatever they put on there, which is fine because it's clear sparkle, so they're not going to keep it under the resin. That's part of the reason I put rainbow shimmer in. Oh, I shouldn't probably fill it all the way yet, should I? I just hope this doesn't flash cure because I'm pouring it so deep. Oh, it didn't last time, that's right. I put a bunch of rocks in last time, so I've got this one sticking over here to something on my mat. Hi, Mr. Glitz.
Hi! Did you miss me?
I did.
Not you, them.
Oh. I don't want to guess what their answer is going to be.
Well, you're not guessing. I'm not guessing.
I don't think I can get this last one in
Squish
without
it.
making her fatter than she already is.
Take it out. Take it out. Fill it
Oh
up.
gosh, I hope I have enough resin on this one now.
Make sure you scrape it, because here at Glitz and Glitter, we don't waste.
Okie doke.
And all that stuff is going to be linked below, right?
It is.
Are they supposed to be popping up like that?
No, I have a solution.
Solution. Watch your
What are you playing with, the torch?
fire.
Not by my hairspray.
Let me spray it.
That would be terrible if my head went up in flames.
Yeah, I wouldn't have my... Never mind.
Alright, so my solution is... Get that off first. Oh, I guess it doesn't come off. It's going to leak because I now have filled it up too much. So I need something heavy. So let me find something heavy, put it on here.
But not too heavy because it'll knock your mold over.
And let it cure.
You're dripping.
I know, I told you. You're not listening.
Here.
No, that's too heavy. I'll
Not
find
too heavy.
something. Okay, be right back. Before I tell you what a horrible idea those styrofoam eggs were, we're going to unmold the extras and then I will get into this was the worst project of my life. So here's the extra for the water ripple mold. Of course, it is so over poured. Sometimes you could just rip it right off like that. And today's one of those days. Well, that's good. Seeing that I just had a horrible day in resining and I couldn't even bring you back because I couldn't do it under a camera. But I'll get to that soon. So there is the water ripple pendant. And this is an extra pour, which you will understand here in a little bit. Why can't I get, I can't get it out because it's upside down. I'm like, what happened? Oh my gosh. There is, I just threw some glitter in there and this will be a keychain. Really cute. Maybe I'll put something on it. I don't know. I haven't thought that far. And here's the butterfly that she wanted. Let's see how it looks with glitter in it. Oh, that looks good. I think she'll be happy with it. She didn't want any rhinestones. I usually put them here, maybe sometimes on the body. But she said, nope, no rhinestones. So now I just need to make her one more. And she wants it in the yellow that I made, those daisy background bookmarks. So that will be probably tomorrow. Let's do this. This is the trinket tray that I love to do with 1.5 ounces of extra. That's a really pretty blue, the way it came out. Those two colors mixed together. I have a little trimming to do on it, but no big deal. This one does not need anything. That's why another reason I love pouring it, because it's beautiful all by itself. And then let's see how this one came out. Well, that looks pretty. Like I said, it's going to look like a glacier, and it really does. But it came out pretty cool. You could do this any color you want. You don't have to do it amethyst purple. I'm going to do mine in multiple colors, and something dropped to the bottom there, but that's okay. It's not too bad. So, oh yeah, one more before I get into this long-winded what happened. Let's get this one out. This one's a little tricky to unmold. It's got like a long V in the front of the jar. And if you're not careful, it will rip your mold. It's got a large piece inside of it. Please don't rip my mold. Okay. There we go. There it is, the beautiful blue. What do you think? Now, there's a, well, probably because that's deeper. This is not as thick as this is, so there is a different color variation. I didn't notice that. Maybe it happened on the other one. It must have happened on the other one because there's really no way around it. Because this is much thicker than this is as far as deeper wise. So yeah, it looks a little bit bluer, but there is the crystal pencil holder. Just needs a little trim right here, which just came off all by itself. Little trim on the bottom. And I will duplicate this 3 more times for her, but I won't do that on camera. This one's got the crystals on the inside. Well, not the inside sides, but on the inside bottom. The sides are smooth. And then the outside is all like the crystal effect. Okay. So, as it was curing, I noticed big problems. So I pulled it out. I did it again, but I'm not going to show you that yet. So when I saw this huge bubble in the front of her, I was like, nope. And then all these bubbles came out of the styrofoam, but I knew this was not fixable. And this one here. And then we had problems. We had problems all over. This was all sticking out. And so I ripped her out. Of course, her head ripped off because it wasn't fully cured yet. And I'm like, oh, I must have not like stirred it good enough. not thinking that they were styrofoam. And then I was looking at the glitter and I wasn't crazy about the glitter that I chose. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to adjust. We'll do it again. But then I was going to video it, but there was no point because I couldn't do it like up here. I had to do it by me. So I did it again. So this time I stopped pouring about here. I put something on top so it wasn't going to be flowing over like it did the first time. So once that was kind of settled, I looked at it because I didn't rush it. I didn't heat mat it or anything. That one I heat matted, and that's probably part of the problem. So when I went to pour the extra ounce of resin to cover these eggs, I noticed that she had a huge bubble right here, just like the front of the other one. So I was like, I'm going to scrap another 10 ounces of resin if I can't fix it. So when I poured this ounce or 2 ounces, whatever it took, I broke the seal and I poured it down in there. And then I pushed it into this hole, which was right here, which there's still an indentation I could feel. And I pushed and I pushed and I pushed to get that air bubble out. And it, like I said, it's still indented there and there's still a little bubble I just couldn't get. I tried and I tried and I kept pouring resin in there and pushing it down. I have no clue what this is going to look like inside because I broke the seal around the whole thing. So this could be a total failure, and I think that it is. And if it is, I'm not finishing it. If it's salvageable, then I will salvage it. But as you can see, a lot of it came over the side when I was messing around, and I was just like, I really wanted to show you what I was doing, but there was no way I could do that under a camera because I was holding it and moving it and holding it, and I was just like all over the place with this thing. So I'm thinking when I broke the seal to pour the resin down, it probably totally screwed everything else up. So I'm guessing styrofoam is not the best idea. I've never used styrofoam in resin before, and maybe some of you have and already knew I was going to have these issues. And you're probably yelling at your screen like, don't do it. You're not going to get a good piece. So yeah, I now know. Use like plastic eggs maybe, or jelly bean eggs, or like chocolate eggs. I don't know. Don't use styrofoam eggs or styrofoam of any kind. I'm gonna try not to break her comb. Oh, look at her pop right out. Oh, I see you have some bubbles right here that are going all the way through. This one does not go through. Look at that one. That one came right out of that hole. But oh, this is the hole that I fixed. That's right, it was upside down like this. So this is the big hole that I fixed. So I did get it fixed because it looked like this the first time, this huge piece missing. So breaking the seal actually didn't mess up the piece. Now I know why I couldn't get that hole filled, because there's a huge air bubble right there from escaping these eggs, and there's air coming out and trying to get up. I did put crushed crystal in this time instead of the rainbow shimmer, so that looks better, but you can definitely see some air pockets. I was thinking, what can I cover it up with? And maybe I can cover it up, so I'm not totally gonna give up yet. That one is complete garbage. This here I need to fill in with some UV resin. I could feel the egg right there. But other than that, this has a dip to it, but it's not a hole. The colors are still there. Not as dull as this one. I don't know what happened to this one. Maybe it was flash curing, because this one's a lot clearer and this one is not. So I don't know. This one is a total nightmare. But, let me see what I can do. Maybe she'll be a blooper in my eBay store All my other bloopers are gone. A lot of you are looking for my bloopers. It's not like a page for bloopers. They're just posted in the title as bloopers. So there aren't any left right now. But this may be the first one in there. Let me see what I can do to this. And a few of these pieces are already done. We'll just finish everything up and see how we do. I just took a chrome marker and went around the edge of the crystal like the geode would, but that's all I did to that one. That's pretty as it is. There's really nothing else I could do to it. My air purifier picked up the chrome marker, so that's why that's on right now, because I'm like, why is that running? I'm not mixing anything. So that's the only explanation. Next easiest thing is the pendant. I'm just going to take my E6000 and a flat back bail and glue this on and get it straight and let it dry. Getting it straight is the hardest part. That looks pretty good. I'm just gonna set it on some silicone over here so I can peel it off pretty easily. For the turtle, I found this little turtle. It's a turtle charm. This came in some Happy Mail with a whole bunch of charms, and I thought that would be cute on its back. So I'm going to top coat. Let me grab my UV light. I'm going to top coat the turtle. And then I thought that this orange would bring that color out. I'm running low, so I don't have any blues or greens left of my things, but this orange seems to be good for a tassel for that one. So we'll get that done. I'm just going to use my high viscosity UV resin on a flat surface. Now this paper under here is completely trashed today from all the spilling that I've done all day. Oh, what a nightmare that hen was. And I thought it was such a good idea. I mean, I knew when I got them that they were going to be light and they were going to float. I did not realize that it was going to be that big of a nightmare, or I would have gotten something different. So it's a good thing I only paid like $1 or $1.50 for all those eggs, because they were on clearance for the end of the season. So I'm just gonna fill this to the top because I did not have enough resin to fill the whole thing, so I was not able to dome it. So I'm gonna do that now, and we will attach the charm at the same time as we cure the rest of it. I don't see any bubbles, but I'm just going to quick. And it is flowing over right in the corner of the arm, because it always does that there. Any kind of 90-degree angle, it's going to do that. So hopefully I won't have too much cleanup. I'm just going to keep moving it while it's curing so that doesn't stay like that until it stops. Let me get this light on real quick and start the process. Once that's cured, we'll get it put together and move on to this nightmare of a hen. I filled in the holes on the hen while I was curing this one. So this one's cured. I'm just going to put it together real quick, and then we will try to figure out a little bit of a solution for her and see if we can salvage it. So I'm just gonna put that little jump ring on, the keychain, just twist it back into place, and then put the little tassel on. Do it up there. And that's it for the keychain. Sometimes less is more, right? So there's that. All right, let me check this, because one of these wasn't filling in that good. This one is not filling in good. For some reason, it's still soft. I don't know why it's not curing, because it's not very deep. Well, the UV resin cured, it's just, that's weird. I just pulled it out, but it cured right there. That I didn't fill in, but it just doesn't want to cure over that styrofoam. Let me shut this light off. I'll try it one more time, because that's the only other bubble. Oops. Where's my thing? Oh man. Now there's a piece coming off. I'm making this thing worse and worse as I go. This is been a pretty epic failure for quite a while. I haven't had one this bad since who knows when. Well, let's try that. I don't know. We might need plan C or D or E, or I'm pretty sure I've lost count of what plan I'm on right now. Oh gosh, now it's dripping. All right. I think I have solutions thanks to Don. So Don comes in, he's like, what you doing? And I'm like, I totally killed these poor hens, and I showed him all the problems. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. And he just blurts out this like brilliant answer, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Why didn't I think of that? So I'm gonna go with his, but before I do that, I want to finish a few things. So these two little tiny eyes, I'm taking them off, cutting them off. She is not going to have her eyes. Why, you say? Why doesn't she want her eyesight? Because she's really ugly. No, I'm just kidding. Because I'm going to put these little googly eyes in their place, just like I did on the other one. Because they're not big enough to color in the white and the black. So I'm just going to glue those on. But before I do that, I want to paint her beak and her comb. And I'm just going to stick to the Easter colors, pink and purple. So I'll do the beak pink. I gotta clean up around that now. Jeez. Let me get a little pointy brushy thing here. Just take the overage off. If I'm going to salvage her to be cute, we're going to do it right. Okay, that's good. And instead of like rhinestones and stuff today, I'm just going to go with my metallic marker in purple. I mean, if it's a horrible job, then I will go over it, but I don't think it'll be too bad. It probably takes a couple of coats. This is a nice shiny surface, and I will get some brush marks on it the first time. Then I'll let it dry and do it again. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 coats to get a good coat coverage over resin. I mean, if you're going to touch it a lot, yeah, it's going to probably eventually come off. So just don't touch the painted parts. Otherwise, somebody's going to have to redo it. And if you sell them, I would tell them the same thing. Try not to touch these parts, or you're going to have to repaint them. All right, I'm just going to let that dry for a little bit. Let's glue on the eyes, and then I'll show you what he's talking about. And of course, it's like a dead giveaway, and you guys are all probably saying the same thing. I need something. I need a dotting tool. Little dot there. And a little dot here. We're just gonna stick her eyes on. So I just pulled the other one off because you want a flat surface. I grabbed these eyes from Hobby Lobby in the miniature section. There, much better. I like it much better with white. All right, so I'm like showing him the bubbles, especially these ones I tried to fill in, which it did cure finally. I don't know what happened the first time. And he's like, well, what about feathers? And I'm like, feathers? I have feathers. Why didn't I think of the feathers? So I pulled some feathers out. Let me grab it. Oh, I lost one over here. Hang on. So these were the closest color that I had. And I'm like, that's a brilliant idea. And we're going to just go from there. And you're really not going to see that. I mean, I guess I could tack it down, which I probably should anyway, on each side. So I'm not quite, I've never tacked down feathers before like this. So I'm going to have to, which one was that? That was this one. I'm going to do it on this. I just hope we don't see it. That's the problem. I'm going to start it from up here where that bubble is. And I want to wrap it around her body. I just don't know if we're going to see, we're probably going to see some glue through, unfortunately. Maybe not. And then I have another one for this side. Now I did trim off this little quill. I don't know, is that what you call it? A quill? And I'm just going to do the same thing on that side. Just put it on here, I guess. Oops, I need a little more than that. Pop that in place. And that is going to take care of her sides. Let me move that one up. And I'll poke a little bit of glue under the back end of that to hold it in place. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see the glue through the feather. Well, maybe a little bit, but where did that one go? Possibly. Possibly. Okay, then I wanted to try to cover her neck, and I'm thinking, how about we give her a necklace? See that big long air bubble? I mean, I can't help that her chicks want to hatch right now, and it's premature, and they're all blowing bubbles, and I can't stop that. So she's embarrassed that her chicks want to get out right now, so she's trying to cover up all the evidence of preemies. So she's going to find some jewelry to cover up this preemie wanting to come out. Let me see if I can find her jewelry for her. All her little hen friends in the chicken coop knew she's like a first-time mom, so they threw her a chicken shower because she's having all these little babies and she wasn't prepared and she wasn't comfortable, and they gave her a couple gifts, and one of them was this beautiful little necklace with a heart on it, and it fits her so perfectly. And it fits right around her neck. So the focus is not on the baby bubbles, but it's on her brand new necklace, which we will tack down with some UV resin. But not only did they give her this beautiful necklace, they also decorated her a brand new bed. Let me grab that. So when her babies are born, they're gonna have this beautiful little bed to lay in. And here's Mama. So they decorated her bed with some flowers, and she is all set and she's ready to go. Is that a save or what? Like, I think it's fabulous. She's got a little bow on her tail feathers because she dressed up for the shower. She's all blinged out. She's ready to go to the hospital. Well, the chicken hospital coop. There's an extra storage space over there for mamas who are having babies. So that's where she's getting ready to go. She's got her bags packed and she's ready to go. So how I'm going to keep these flowers in here, I don't know, but they are going to go with the chicken. and it will be on eBay if you want my little chicken story. You can have the whole shebang. I'm just going to tack on this necklace really quickly so it'll stay in place, or maybe I should just leave it the way it is, and that way if somebody doesn't want it on there, which I don't know why you wouldn't, I guess you could take it off if you wanted to. We'll try it. Try to tack it on with the little UV resin. That way it'll stay in place. Well, guys, I did not expect to have to save the chicken. But I don't know. Tell me how I did. I think Dawn's idea of the feathers was brilliant. And then I'm like, I have moss. I need to give her a little bed. So maybe I'll just glue these little flowers in with my E6000. I don't know if they're going to stay or not, but we could definitely give it a try. I just kind of weaved there we go, that's in place. I'll just stick it under a bigger light because it's not completely cured. So I just kind of wrinkled it up and kind of folded it up so it stays in this little form. And I guess I'll just, E6000 some of my flowers so they stay in place. And she's all ready to go to have her little babies. And I'm pretty sure these will probably stay. I mean, you could probably yank them out if you wanted to, but this stuff is pretty strong. I'm just gonna stick them all around the edge. Actually, I'm gonna put her in the bed so I know where they go. I will continue on this journey off camera. You don't need to watch me glue everything in place. So I'm gonna say goodbye and thank you for watching. I hope you learned some lessons. Don't use styrofoam. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, and the necklace, I just used this chain and I cut a piece off. I used a jump ring in 2 places because I made it too long the first time, and then use the jump ring to put the little charm on the front of her, and that's it. I don't think I'm going to do eyelashes because I don't know if I can do eyelashes. Let me give it a try. I'm gonna finish these flowers. If I can do eyelashes, I'll show you. If not, I will have the pictures at the end right now. So you guys have a blessed day. If I don't come back, I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.